is if we're going to start like unmuting some of the members and then like letting everyone sort of like just have a bit of a chat. So if I start from, so if some of the other mods can give me a hand, anyone else who's here.
Roger Dodger.
Well, thank you guys. I'm actually going to go to the bathroom because I've been holding it for a while. Right. So
you just go now. Just go now. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't see what you're waiting.
I'm waiting on an invitation.
So yeah, I mean, is there anyone, I guess, that wants to, say anything to me?
Debate this SJW, boys.
Yeah, come on. I'm a hardcore SJW. Okay.
Exactly.
I believe in intersectionality. I love feminism.
Your IQ is above average. I know that for sure.
Yeah, I don't. To be honest, like, I don't really believe in IQ. Like, has anyone actually ever done a fucking IQ test? It's like, look at this box and look at this box. Tell me the difference. Like, fucking, what does that even mean? It's fucking absurd.
Is that what the military conducts or no?
Well, I'm not in the military, so I don't know. But every IQ test I've ever done, in fact, in the UK, you either go to a comprehensive school where you just get straight in, or like a private school. But there's something called a grammar school as well. And you have to do, looking back now, I know that's what it was, but you have to do like an IQ test to get into grammar school as well. But yeah, that's exactly what it tends to be, is just like logic puzzles and stuff like that, you know. So yeah. I don't know. Maybe I should test my IQ and see what I come out as. But I think people take IQ way too fucking seriously, mainly nerds.
Do you think different races have different characteristics along that line, or is it just when it comes to cuisine and stuff like that? You said cuisine and entertainment.
I mean, yeah, those are two examples. Those are two examples I pointed to. Different characteristics. I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, sometimes we look different, right? But that tends to be as a result of the particular part of the world that we've descended from, rather than anything else. Like, for example, people from sub-Saharan Africa are black because in that particular part of the world, it's obviously a lot sunnier, so their skin pigment has evolved in such a way as to protect them from sun in a way that white people hasn't. It hasn't, you know, but that's like it's completely...
I don't think many people dispute that fact.
Yeah, well, exactly.
It's when it comes to other characteristics, right? Like, I'm not the one who said that the only differentiating phenotype between races are skin melatonin. That's what you said, right? So the burden of proof is on you to falsify.
Why do you care so much about this shit? Why do you care so much about this stuff?
I care. I want to know what makes people tick.
Okay. Have you ever? Okay, can I ask you a question? Let me ask you a question. I've spent all night asking. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever jerked your dick raw to the bell curve?
By Charles Murray.
Yeah. Have you ever like masturbated reading the bell curve?
No.
Okay. Have you ever taken the bell curve and like shut it on your testicles and squeezed so hard that one of them started to pop out like a walnut? Have you ever done that?
I might try it now that you mention it.
That sounds like the kind of thing that you'd be into, to be honest, you know?
Thanks, man.
Yeah, no worries.
But anyway, no, it does sound like you feel everything is nurture instead of nature. I'm just wondering where the proof is. Because you probably would have a Nobel Prize by now if you'd figured that out. Because my understanding of the science is that it's an active debate, and some of our characteristics are from nurture, some of it's from nature.
I've got a study here. It's from the Michigan Institute of CBT, and it says that you want to turn your dick and balls into salsa by squeezing it in an industrial vice. Is that true or false?
What is this about?
Is that true or false? Michigan Institute of CBT. Do you accept that as a source? The Michigan Institute of CBT. Do you accept that as a source?
I accept it.
Okay, good.
Are you new around here? Usually we debate points in this district.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Well, you don't know who I am, and I'm not interested in debating your Nazi shit, so shut the fuck up.
Wow, okay. I hope everyone sees your childishness.
Yeah, okay.
Like, really,
enjoy crossing your testicles in fucking bell curve, you fucking Nazi dipshit.
Wow, okay.
thought.
Charles Murray actually supports UBI.
People and Nazis on here. Could you not?
Exactly.
Oh, sorry. Are you offended by that word? Sorry. Are you offended by the N word? Does it trigger you?
Calling people Nazis is against the rules, dude.
It's against the... Oh my god, that's so pathetic. Why is it against the rules to call someone a Nazi? That's the cringiest shit I've ever fucking heard. Jesus Christ.
Discord, we're a partner with them, and they take the...
Are slurs allowed? Can you say slurs here? Is that allowed?
No, they're not allowed.
Okay.
Facts don't care about your feelings, dude.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
dude,
I tell you what. I was reading through some of the general chat, and it seems like there's plenty of slurs in there. So, yeah, I'm kind of surprised by that, to be honest.
We mute those people.
Oh, okay.
General chat's a cesspit.
Yeah, no, sure. Okay. It's interesting. So I'm not allowed to say the N word, but not that N word, of course. The other N word. Or both N words not allowed.
You can say it with an A.
So you probably believe that people
With
who
no
are
hard
skeptical
R.
of the Holocaust therefore want all Jews to be dead. You probably believe that too, don't you?
Dude, are you still going on with this Nazi shit? I'm not interested, okay?
You're the one that called me a Nazi.
To the guy that believes like the whole differences between races, right? Given the fact that we've not been able to determine whether it's like purely genetic or purely nurture, right? Are you making like an argument from ignorance that it is based upon that, or do you like assert what I think and that it's like we don't truly know what the reason is why there's like a difference between like groups for IQ?
Mine. I'd like to think mine's based on positive evidence that support actually nurture and nature. It's a bit of a mixed bag.
So yeah, again, there are characteristics within like your the human sort of like genome structure, which means yes, someone may have like better memory faculties, etc., etc. Like, but the difference is though, the claim that like it's one or the other is hotly debated. So I'm asking you, which do you think that it is? Because yes, there's correlation there's some kind of factor between one's race and like one's IQ, but there is not any kind of causation. So I would ask you to demonstrate to me the causal mechanism if you are inferring that it is indeed their race, their genetics that make this sort of like distinction.
It's not just IQ; it's brain size. It's
is it skull size? Is skull size involved at all?
Skull size, brain size.
What about cock size? What about cock size?
Prefrontal cortex. Skull.
What about cock size? Does cock size come into it? Can I just ask that?
That's one thing they have on us.
Okay. What about testicle size? What about the size of their balls?
I give credit where credit's due, right? I don't.
What about the amount of semen they produce?
Hey,
Do you think about the amount of semen a black man produces? Can I just ask that? Is that something you've thought about before?
I have.
On the internet before.
It's obvious that you have.
Hang on, what's that? An Uno Reverso shit? What are you talking about?
I watch black and white porn, dude. I don't discriminate.
Oh, okay. Do you watch like black cuckoldry porn? Is that one of your things? I bet it is, isn't it? I bet you love that shit.
So man with the crazy train. So yeah, you've demonstrated to me a lot of correlation, right? But then this is just post hoc reasoning. So again, I would ask you to demonstrate to me the causal mechanism which causes this, because otherwise you're just doing a fatal error, which someone who doesn't understand basic statistics and basic like philosophy makes, where they imply that. Well, you did. I asked you because you said that there's like a bunch of correlating factors, and I'm asking you, do you think that this is the causation for it, or are you like showing me the correlation and implying that this is causation? Which one is it?
I never used the word correlation, dude. You did. I'm just reiterating claims of causal relationships. I don't look at correlation. I look at causal claims. Causal, I guess you could say, like you, right? So no, it's not based on ignorance, and it's not based on correlation. It's
what's your skull size?
Positive evidence that supports both nature and both nurture. And I even look into things like epigenetics, dude. Like that says we could possibly totally rewrite our genetics. So
what's your skull? What's your skull size? I need your skull measurements.
Well, hold on.
Big head, actually.
Okay.
So hold on, wait. So again, all of these things are correlation. So when I ask you this, it seems to be the case that you don't know what a correlation is and what is causation. So I'm going to ask you, do you know what causation is? Can you explain to me what causation is, so I know that I'm not talking to a layman when I engage further with you?
Well, you control by correlation by you can control different factors and making sure against a control population that if you change one variable at a time, and then you compare, did changing that variable actually change what I?
Okay, right? So I'm not asking. Okay, I asked you to explain to me. Give me the definition, like the proper definition for what is used in academia of what causation is.
causation. It's well, usually we infer the best explanation, p-value to an independent variable that leads to another variable. We rarely know for certain anything, right? It's usually just a p-value. We infer the most rationally, right? Inference to the best explanation is really what we usually have to rely on.
So when you bring up all of these things like skull size, and there's generally speaking, it does not state that like skull size is the causal mechanism for which is why some people are smarter. It says there is a high correlation between skull size and people's like intelligence, right? So these are not causal mechanisms which you're demonstrating to me. These are like correlations that you're showing to me. So this is why I ask you if you know what one of them is, because it seems to be the case that you are making like these claims without truly understanding. That's why I'm asking. So do you understand my confusion right now?
Well, I mean, really, my main goal is just honestly broaching discussion on this stuff, man. Like, I'm a layman, so I can't really say I believe either side, and neither probably can most of you people. So I'm just voicing this stuff because I like edgy stuff, and when I see that people are too triggered to talk about stuff, I step up to the plate and bring up the topics.
Hang on, you say that I'm triggered. You started crying when I called you a Nazi. Shut the fuck up, you pathetic piece of shit.
Can I just jump in here a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think that Chud Logic was not entirely off base when he referred to Main Vein Crazy Train as being, quote, a Nazi, because of the fact that when I go back in the search history, I can actually see that on the 5th of May 2020, Main Vein Crazy Train was promoting Dr. Kevin MacDonald, who undoubtedly is serving the alt-right. And I also see that he put out links to YouTube videos from American Renaissance, which is another alt-right venue. And I also see some anti-Semitic conspiracy theories being propagated by him as well.
Thanks for the biography. But no one asked for that.
Well, I mean, you were here acting like you were just asking questions, but it doesn't actually look like that was your motivation.
Well, it's motivated from skepticism.
Guys, this is not relevant. We're not here to talk about people's motivations.
Well, what are we talking about then?
Because it doesn't matter what his motivations are. He could be a Stalinist. He could be anything, and it still wouldn't refute the validity of his points. This is like just textbook ad hominem.
Hang on, wait. You think I'm here to refute the validity of points? Get the fuck out of here. What do you take me for?
Your name is Chud Logic, so I assumed you had some logic.
I wasn't making an ad hominem there. What I was simply pointing out was that when people are acting as though these questions come from nowhere, or that there was no particular motivation behind them, like, I mean, it seems like there is a motivation involved here. I'm not passing judgment on it one way or the other.
I'm glad you gave publication.
I'm glad you told us that he has a motivation, just like every other human being who talks.
I'd reiterate, definitely look into Dr. Kevin MacDonald, and I don't think he's a Nazi.
Don't look into Dr. Kevin MacDonald. He's probably a Nazi.
I have looked into Dr. Kevin MacDonald. I mean, I would come to the conclusion that it would not be accurate to describe him in those terms, but he is a massive gateway to that particular position, given that there is literally 2 topics that he talks about, and they are ones who lead to that position. So, I mean, I don't know how else to categorize.
But that's not his what? So, because it's a potential gateway to violence, therefore he should shut up. That doesn't make sense.
No, not to violence, but to positions which I think the broad majority of people would understand are fascistic, right? Like, how many books has he written? How many books has he written on what he refers to as Jewish in-group preferences?
He's a bit obsessed. I'll give you that.
Okay, listen, I
think he's at like 6 books on that exact same subject now. So I don't know how else you would want to categorize him.
Wait, who are we talking about?
Dr. Kevin MacDonald.
Sounds like some fucking nerd shit to me. Jesus Christ. Who would fucking... Dr. Kevin MacDonald. Jesus Christ. I've got a question anyway. I've got a serious question, okay? To the fucking... To Mr. Race and IQ fucking weirdo. Would you rather... Let's say you've got a wife and you've got like 2 kids. You know, you've got a nice house in the suburbs, okay? A madman breaks in and he holds a gun to your head. And he says to you, you've got to choose one of the 2. Either a black man fucks your wife or a Jew fucks your wife. Who would you choose?
I'm going to steal that question.
Oh dear. Looks like we haven't got an answer there. Maybe both. Maybe a spit roast. Maybe you get some sort of weird pleasure out of that. I don't know.
Any takers?
No, I guess not.
No.
Wow. Okay. Is there anything else anyone wants to say to me?
Yeah, that last scenario you proposed was fucked up and dishonest.
Okay. What's your answer, though?
That's a Sophie's choice. Why would you ask that? It's a horrible question to ask somebody. That's fucked up, man.
Have I offended you? Are you upset? You sound pretty triggered right now, I'm not going to lie. You sound very, very upset with my question. I'm just asking questions, my dude.
What deep truth are we getting at with that question?
Oh, sorry, you think I'm here for deep truth? Like, I don't know. I made a fucking video about Steven Crowder drinking dog cum, my guy. Okay? If you're looking for deep truth, go and read a fucking book. That's not what I'm here for.
Hey, Child Logic. My man.
Hello.
What's with the insults? I get you're getting tilted, but shit.
I'm not getting tilted at all.
I guess you want to destroy... No, hold up. I'm not against anything what you're saying. I get it, but shit. It seems like whenever some topic comes to hand, right, it happens like 2 times now, you just get really tilted, right? Get really heated about it. What's up?
I'm just asking questions and no one could answer it, so...
Well, shit, man. I'm not sure, man. The signs really... I don't know, after that last scenario, the signs really came down on you. I think, less of that bullshit and you'll be straight.
So no one's going to answer the question, no?
Majority of people are muted.
It's a really weird scenario, man.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm wondering, maybe no one in here has got the sufficient IQ to answer the question. Maybe that's the problem. Sorry, what did you say?
I don't know who that was. But jumping back in, I see that the reason that Teal Seal seems to be so mad about what you were doing there is because he's also spent the past 24 hours essentially running apologetics for the police officers who killed the unfortunate African-American guy from the other day.
Yeah, I have a lot of information about that topic. I do.
What a freaking coincidence.
Are you going to provide anything of value, or are you just going to give us biographies of every user on the server that you don't like?
Sorry, what are you providing of value? Quoting from fucking Bell Curve or some shit?
I'm telling retards like you to get on track.
Whoa, bro, that's a little unnecessary.
Hey, come on, look. Slurs are against the rules, my dude. Come on, slurs are against the rules. You don't want the server to use its fucking partnership, do you?
That doesn't qualify.
Oh, right, but Nazi does. So retard is considered a slur, isn't considered a slur, and it's okay, but Nazi is, and it's not allowed. Okay,
you are
got you.
such a moron.
Okay,
Yeah.
is that all you got? Just add-ons.
If you want to complain about it, you can complain about it in like general chat.
I don't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck how the fucking servers run. I don't care. I'm just pointing out the hypocrisy and that retard is acceptable, but Nazi isn't.
Yeah, it is acceptable.
Johnson, can you just not just let the guy carry on some bullshit from
retard?
The reason why you can't call people Nazis is
He
because
left.
it hurts
He
their
left.
feeling that they are Nazis.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They present this image of being the big bad fucking. Oh, it's the left that get triggered. Oh, it's the left that are the snowflake crybabies. But start giving them a bit of shit and watch them crumble like a fucking biscuit.
Exactly.
I mean, can you at least have an honest debate instead of insulting people?
Oh,
but that
here
happens
comes
with
another fascist.
with all of you.
Debate me, bro.
I'm sorry,
Debate
but
me, bro.
tone policing is such a small skull move.
Sorry, what are you expecting from me? I don't understand. You want me to come in and talk about fucking skull sizes? Jesus Christ.
I mean, you have logic, and you can just at least use logic instead of just insulting people. It's not that hard.
Here's the logic, okay? Post your skull size, and then we'll decide if what you have to say is worth merit.
Well, I'm not disagreeing with you. You could just debate somebody instead of insulting them. That would be great. You'd actually sound somewhat intellectual.
I don't know. I feel like some people deserve to be insulted, to be honest with you.
Yeah, like Jonathan, for instance.
Like, what do people think we're doing here? We're in the fucking Discord voice call. I'm fucking streaming this on Twitch. I'm playing some fucking worm game. This isn't fucking Oxford University, my dude, okay? Stop taking this so fucking seriously. Jesus Christ.
But some people do like to come here and share great ideas with each other, you know?
Yeah, instead of insulting
Great ideas, like
Great
we should inspect the size of people's skulls to figure out how intelligent they are. Yeah, top tier idea, my dude.
That's not something I said.
Chud Logic proposed a great thought experiment that none of you have the philosophical rigor to dig into.
We could just debate people honestly instead of insulting people. I'm just saying.
Oh, I'm sorry. Look, listen. I'm really. If I hurt your feelings, I'm very sorry about that. I feel bad now. You're making me feel bad. I'm so sorry for hurting your feelings.
It makes the point.
I'm so sorry. I can tell you're very upset right now. I'm really sorry. I know you're expecting a logical conversation. Okay.
How about we just bring up? How about we bring up something that we can actually debate instead of just going back and forth in a circle about who's being more immature?
Okay, I got a question then. My question to the people, particularly on the right, who don't seem to want to have universal health care. Allegedly, you guys want to have some kind of strong, capable military that can have rapid response to areas that need to be responded to. How can you have this military if you have a load of people in the United States who aren't able to access healthcare and you have to recruit from that same pool of people?
Can we just end this fucking event right here now?
I think we should
answer the question.
Did Ray own you in the marketplace of ideas?
This is going to get very fucking smooth, Rain, right now.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry. Was the dial of high level ideas up too high for you?
It's up to I don't know.
We should have the question aimed towards Chud, and just to get his thoughts
on
a
specific, I know what he's going to say. He's just
subject.
Gonna, no, but I mean, if I put it toward him, I know what he's going to say. He's just going to agree with me, right? So.
Well, it's for chat logic. It's not ask to write anything you want to.
Indeed, but you guys are trying to do this circle around and fire weird and wonderful questions at him. So I don't see why you guys can't answer one question.
Who is you guys?
I have a
very
question.
vague.
Was the AMA over? Is that why everyone's talking?
Yeah, I guess AMA is over.
Oh, okay. Well,
it's effectively over. That's why
we're engaging in some real high-level ideas right now. So
cool.
If you've got any high-level ideas, chuck them in.
Yo, Chud, what do you think about emotional intelligence being implemented in public education?
Emotional intelligence.
Emotional intelligence being developed and more implemented.
Okay. So, in what respect? So, you mean give me an example.
Some type of standards in early public education or tests that could be developed properly.
About Asian discrimination?
No.
What? So you mean testing for emotional intelligence?
Yeah, and just improving overall,
What? So you mean educating on people's feelings and shit? Is that what you mean?
No, improving on people's emotional intelligence, being able to identify. And I'm basically. Do you know what I mean by emotional intelligence in the first place? I'm not trying to say that in a.
No, not at all. I mean, yeah, please elaborate because I'm not really following what you're saying, to be honest.
Okay, let me.
My IQ isn't big enough for the server.
Stick around, man. It'll come.
That's one of the big debates is
it's environment.
It's emotional intelligence versus IQ.
Okay.
Emotional intelligence, basically, if you just look it up, it's the capacity to be aware of, control, and express one's emotions, and to handle interpersonal relationships.
Yeah, that's what I said about your feelings and shit. Yeah, that's exactly what I said about your feelings.
Yeah, but also others as well, since we're all basically driven by those on a constant basis. I mean, do you think that that should be implemented in schools at a young age, so people are better in control and better aware critically?
Yeah, I think that's. I mean, to be honest with you, there's a whole bunch of stuff that you could implement at school, right? That isn't done at the moment. I feel like I said it earlier, but school is kind of designed from the ground up to make you to put you into the world as a productive member of society as it exists today, right? So there's a whole bunch of stuff that doesn't really fulfill that need, but I think really important. So yeah, I mean, emotional intelligence is definitely something that I think people could benefit from kind of longer term, Yeah,
do you think it should be I don't know if you've done any research into it compared to IQ and rates of success or not?
No. I mean, it's not something I've really looked into. I mean, IQ, like I say, the only time I interacted with any sort of IQ type test at school was to potentially go to a slightly higher standard of school than a comprehensive school. So IQ isn't something that generally is in the education system anyway, in my experience. I mean, maybe it's different for others, but yeah, it seems like a good thing to do, to get an understanding of, or to allow people to have an understanding of their own emotions and how they can interact with others and other people's emotions as well. I think like the base sort of level, that kind of stuff is in schooling anyway. They talk about like being happy and sad and shit like that, right? I don't know.
These voice chats are like recess on the playground in elementary school to me.
Yeah, I mean you just described fucking, political discourse across all social media platforms, really. I think people
You should try Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter's really bad for that. But yeah, people take this shit way too seriously, in my opinion. But
well,
Chad, can I have a question?
Yeah, sure.
I never heard. No disrespect, right? I never heard of you. Can you, like, in a nutshell, tell me what you're all about?
Yeah, sure.
Besides, I know you have a YouTube, but like your
Yeah.
views and shit. Like,
Yeah, I mean, broadly speaking, like I describe myself as like a libertarian socialist, and I've got like, like if I could click my fingers and have a utopia tomorrow, I've got ideas about, perhaps how things should be set up, broadly speaking. But I think, in like the short term, in terms of like realistically what you can achieve today, tomorrow, in a year's time, in terms of like engaging with the current political system and electoralism, is that the best chance to move closer to a society that I would see to be ideal would be like social democracy. That's pretty much the only game in town. But even social democracy in the UK recently, and America as well, with Bernie Sanders dropping out of the presidential race is too much. So yeah, it's that's kind of, I guess, broadly speaking, my politics.
all right, I get where you're coming from, but besides, you saying that if you would have a like utopia right now, yeah, right? You had ideas, right? That's what you said.
Yeah.
Do you also have shit like to reach it?
Well, that's the problem.
You have some examples.
Yeah, sure. Well, that's the thing, and that's why I call it a utopian sort of vision. Is that Oh, sorry. You mean in terms of?
Sorry to interrupt.
Sorry, you mean in terms of what ideas I've got that would be like a utopia? You mean?
No. For like ideas you got for reaching your utopia, right?
Okay.
But before we get to that, could you describe your utopia?
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess my idea of utopia would be every single person has their base level needs met, regardless of their ability.
That's communism, right?
Yeah. So communism probably would most closely describe it. So a stateless, moneyless, classless society, from each according to their ability to each according to their need. But I recognise that as it stands at the moment, that is kind of like a utopian ideal. Like I'm under no illusion that like we're going to get that next month or next year or in 5 years. But I mean, ideally, it sounds pretty fucking based.
You think the moon base is a good idea?
Wait, what? The moon base? What do you mean?
They're building. If you're a Great Britain, there's the European Space Agency. That's different now that
for the English is
Brexit's gone through. I can't imagine you keep up with the news and NASA.
Guards, your autism is hitting up way too much right now. Just shut up, like.
Wait. Hang on. So you're saying you're asking if we should set up like a moon base? Have I got that right?
There's plans for one. China's got plans for it. The United States is working on it.
Okay, he's autistic. Don't mind him.
I mean, to be honest,
he has all these utopian libertarian ideas. Why isn't the moon base a part?
I mean, what's on the...
He wants the world snap his fingers and the world is a better place tomorrow. Well, you know, the moon base will help get minerals.
Wait. No, hang on. I never said I mean, obviously, if I could do that, that'd be great. But, like, I never said I want to do that. Like, I know that's fucking absurd to suggest that I could click my fingers and make the world better tomorrow. But, yeah, sure. Fuck it. Look, we're talking about Utopia. Fuck it. Get the moon base on there as well. Fill it with fucking big titty anime girls and go fucking
I know this guy's kind of autistic, but they actually do have plans for the moon base. Jeff Bezos and his blue moon, I don't know, I forgot what his program is called, and NASA followed right after Jeff Bezos. So they are right now going after it, right? Jeff Bezos and NASA.
But that's the problem. Under communism, right, it would be filled, like I said, with big titty anime goth girls. But under capitalism, it would just be filled with like I don't fucking know. What's the worst thing you could think of? Probably for some people, like just a bunch of black people, I guess. But whatever, like the worst thing you can think of is that's what's there.
Well, there's cybernetics too. That's going to be expensive.
Cybernetics? What do you mean?
Oh, it's transhumanism.
Oh, right, yeah. I don't know much about transhumanism, actually. I haven't looked into it. So, like, getting like a fucking sick robot arm or some shit like that.
Yeah. It's like kind of like the Borg.
You're thinking the wrong place, Chud. We're talking robo-penis.
Oh, right, okay. So
you can't believe that was the first thing you didn't think about.
Fucking cybercock.
No, I mean, I've got obviously an enormous penis anyway, so it's not something I worry about, you know?
Trust me, if my robo-penis...
Yeah, man, I got the 4 inches down, you know what I mean?
If my robo-penis comes out, it's going to be at least 30 inches, like, don't worry.
Of course.
Extra girth, right? Extra girth.
Don't you think
with Iron Man suit metal like stuff?
Don't you think that would be kind of unusable though? If you're like a 30-inch penis, like what are you going to feasibly do with that, right? Like you just tear someone apart.
Smack people in the head, right? Okay. It's like a baseball bat too. I can play baseball probably.
Yeah, okay.
Sex with aliens? Sex with aliens? Okay.
So wait, hang on. Have all the definitely not Nazi people gone, and we just got chill people that want to talk about robo penises? Is that right?
No. I ain't talking about robo penises. You are. Don't trip.
Wait, well, hang on. Wait. No, I said about a fucking robot arm.
I removed my question.
No. I was talking about the robot arm. You were definitely talking about the penis, buddy.
Oh my god.
Lol, nice gaslighting Asperger's.
No, come on. I thought this debate ain't even serious, so I can fuck about.
No, of course, yeah. I'm not a serious person.
The arm and the penis, because like if you have a robot arm and a penis, you can like jack it off twice as good.
No, you're thinking wrong again. If you only have a robo penis, that can be like a multi-tool, right?
Yeah,
like you can have that go gadget hand pop out of your penis.
How are you gonna control it? What can you do with it?
That's you know what? Because you said that so weirdly, I'm gonna ignore you.
Science can be very dark.
No, it's just scars.
Ariel, can we just end this? We're just talking about penises at this point.
Yeah, come on. Look, we can end it. It's all good. Look, I'm sorry that I'm not a serious person and I didn't want to talk about skull sizes, but yeah.
So one last thing. Chucky Law. Bye.
The mechanical penis that took on a life.
Chucky Law. Fucking right. Hey,
would you give your mechanical penis artificial intelligence?
I would, but I need to hear from Vivian, who's in the. Hey, Vivian, how's it going?
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. You alright?
So, wait, hold on. Did you just misgender?
Oh shit!
Oh,
you fucking dummy! You fucking did he misgender?
Yeah.
No, I don't think he did. I don't know.
Point of privilege.
I don't know which one he used, but
I think he did.
To be
That's
honest.
fucked up of you, Chad. You fucked
Who
it
did I
up.
misgender?
Well,
you misgendered, Chud.
I didn't misgender
We're kidding.
anyone.
Nobody gives a shit.
Every time I come in this server, it's literally I get to say a sentence before the trans beams come out. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, of course. It's all the
guys out.
It's
How
all
fucking triggered you get every time a fucking trans woman walks into your fucking face.
I mean, we kind of
feel you were trans.
Literally 3 words before the trans memes come out. It's fucking so funny.
It's literally
Anyway,
all they've got. But
You're the one who's a bit triggered right now.
Are these times more difficult for certain types of people than others?
Come on, let's actually bring some good takes into this fucking chat. Let's let Vivian speak, and then we can end this godforsaken chat. Although the robot penis talk was quite funny. Vivian, what's on your mind?
During these times in the quarantine,
Scars, please. Scars,
it's more difficult to be
You sound like you're pissed or stoned. Go, Vivian.
I'm just wondering whether you found this conversation, this AMA, particularly productive.
I found it.
And
Yeah.
Whether you would consider coming onto a platform so full of Nazis in the future.
Oh, you can't call people Nazis, Vivian.
Oh yeah, sorry, you got to say
I
not.
can call people whatever the fuck I like. Stevie can fucking ban me if you want. All right.
Okay, let's put it this way. So look, I've come onto a Discord server that definitely isn't full of Nazis. Okay, definitely not, 100%. No, not a single Nazi here. Okay, so yeah. I don't know. The questions were
Johnny
fairly.
Boy's a Nazi.
The questions were fairly okay. I mean, there were some just dumb race and IQ things. It's just you really want to talk about race and IQ? Fuck that shit. I don't know. I the people that I spoke to, the mods and stuff, seem pretty chill. But it's a bit of a fucking free for all in terms of the general population, you know.
Pretty crazy.
So yeah, I mean, I don't really care if fucking Nazis want to ask me some dumb. Sorry, I don't care if some definitely not Nazis want to ask me some dumb.
All right, I was about to correct you.
It's all good. Don't worry, I got you covered. Okay, sorry, slip of the tongue, you know.
What edge right now?
Slip of the tongue. So yeah, I don't really care if they want to ask me some dumb and race and IQ shit. I don't really justify the ideas with serious responses. I don't think that the ideas that are not serious should be taken seriously at all. So I just don't take them seriously.
Okay. And to the first part of the question, do you think this was productive? Other than just being enjoyable because you got to laugh at some fucking.
There was some question. I think there was one person, I think called Brexit Bot, who we had a little bit of backwards and forwards. I guess they were pro Brexit, maybe right wing or something. I know that was quite an interesting conversation. Yeah, I mean, hopefully,
honestly, I'd like to have more conversations with pro Brexit people.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that there hopefully some people. I mean, obviously, there's some people that either will forget about me in a second, will hate me, or something like that, whatever. But maybe there's some people that liked what I had to say, and maybe they'll come into a stream sometime and we can have another chat. I don't know. We'll see. Okay.
Right. Well, I had a question about my question, Mr. Chud Logic.
Okay, go on then. This is the last one, and I've got to go.
Believe you strawman me when I was talking about the Me Too movement.
Okay.
And how the leadership has had some anti-Semitism leading to a split, a rift between.
Okay.
How is that the JQ to point out anti-Semitism?
Oh,
that's some sort of.
Okay. No, sorry. To be honest with you, as you can imagine, with some of the early questions, I was maybe a bit on edge with some of that stuff, and I maybe misheard the question or something. So I thought I thought something about Jews. I didn't realise it was anti-Semitism. So my apologies for that, genuinely.
Well, I can't really blame you. You hit the nail on the head there. There are some users that sort of beat the dead horse.
But yeah, just to reiterate, I don't really know that much about the Me Too movement. Maybe there have been a lot of problems with it. But I think a movement goes beyond the original people that set it up, or the leadership or the thought leaders. Ideas last forever, I guess, is the point I'm trying to make. So yeah,
I appreciate that answer, because I think it's important to remember Black Lives Matter, the Me Too movement. You can't just pin it on a bunch of leaders, right? Because they represent a bunch of different causes.
Yeah, sure. The leaders become irrelevant, hopefully, in the end, with powerful movements, and the people live it and breathe it, I guess, is a good way. Maybe that's a good way to end it, on an element of positivity, So yeah, I'm going to bounce then, I guess. Well, look, thanks very much, everyone, for coming by. I had a good fun, and I'll catch you all later, I guess.
Thanks for the patience and answering all the questions. Thank you.
No worries. I hope you didn't mind the little bit of spice I brought at the end as well, but there we go.
No, we love that here.
Okay,
this is what we live for.
Cool. Okay, nice one. I'll catch you all later, okay?